Listen, they listen. It's a done deal. They hold him in storage too long. Let this boy fight.
Man, shout out to PGO Podcast, man.
I appreciate that.
Well, you already know, man. Representing Philly, North Philly, you big Jack. You know what I'm saying? With my man Anthony, Messenger Thompson. I'm trying to tell you, back in the day, it was all that.
Man, you already know. PGO, Put Your Gloves On Podcast. Shout out to my guy, Andy Thompson, the Messenger. It was that man back in the day. Y'all don't know. I grew up watching. Andy Thompson, me Hopkins, my brothers. That's where I got my style from. So, I'm all together. Shout out to my guy, Andy Thompson. PGO, Put Your Gloves On. 18 weeks, you already know.
PGO, what's good? It's your boy, Anthem Messenger. Along with Y-Weezy Social Media Encyclopedia, we coming to you by the way of the Put Your Gloves On podcast, and we back at it with another one. And I have the honor to introduce my guy, without a shadow of a doubt, a good guy, definitely not a gatekeeper, Dave Malandra from Sport Talk Philly, senior writer, must I add. What's going on, Dave? How you feeling, my guy?
All the usual stuff. All the usual. So there's never a dull moment going on here in Philly sports when it comes to combat, anything, especially with the drama of the World Cup. You can't go wrong with anything that's going on right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What I like about you, Dave, is you cover it all. And you might be here local in Philly, but you definitely get around. I got a tribute, man, just for you. I had the pleasure, you and TY, y'all first bonded and was busting it up. I'm like, who the hell is TY? TY been over there for a long time at the Philly Smoke TBL fight.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew you had to be important because TY normally don't give too many people his attention, right? So, but before we actually dive in it, man, I want to actually go ahead and give you your tribute. There's something that I create, and I think this is perfect for you as soon as I find it. Here we go right here. Check this out.
Like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. I have something inside burning. I'm supposed to be something different. I have to be something different.
It's something short and sweet, but I think it definitely defines who you are. You are definitely different. I've met a lot of media people, but they're not outgoing. They're very reserved, like to cover their hand, as we say, right? Keep their connections to themselves. But you open up to the PGO Podcast, so Y-Weezy, and I'm going to be honest, right here on the thing, right here live, I'm going to give you your flowers. You actually led us in a lot of directions to meet people like the Bare Knuckle Champs, where I'll be attending this weekend at Live Casino. 19,000 sold out. You on mute, T.Y. You on mute.
Don't forget to say, use his picture as well. You know what I'm saying? The picture that was
definitely.
I want him to know that I do respect this picture and I respect that situation, and it meant no shady stuff. So let's clear it up right now. What you've been giving us is very helpful, and we want the world to know when you heard in the news, it comes from Dave Malandra Jr. on our Instagram page. So I just wanted to give you a big up for that. Thank you very much, Dave. You've been very instrumental.
It's all, like I keep telling, right? It's all about timing for everything, especially, like I said, Philly is the place to be now because of what's happening on Saturday with the whole USA 250.
That is true. So, Dave, is there anything you'd like to say before we actually get into busy? Because we got a lot to talk about. You just want to dive straight into it, huh?
Hey,
well,
get right to the point. Let's go.
Well, let's get it, man. Without further ado, right? One of the things that we want to talk about, we'll be remiss if we do not. What's going on, Josie Luan? Absolutely, Austin Trout. We'll be talking about your fight this weekend. Shout out to one of my friends who joining in on Facebook. We appreciate your support. But let's get right into this, man. We're going to talk about this statue, right? This is a monumental moment at this particular time. Joe Frazier, 101 heavyweights, right? Definitely well respected, definitely defined blue collar, getting it out of the mud. What was your thoughts, man? I seen you down there in the mix as you always. What was your thoughts, Dave, outside of it being hot that day? But it was definitely a place to be at that time.
Well, it was a hot one yesterday when they went down, when they had this go down yesterday. It was a pretty cool experience all around because I was at the initial statue unveiling back in 2014, I believe it was, down at Xfinity Live, the original location where it was. So that day was pretty cool getting to talk to a lot of people down there, including Bernard Hopkins at the time. And then I got B-Hop again, which was anytime B-Hop sees me, he goes like, yeah, man, I respect you. I was like, of course, like I get right to the point with it. And he knows that too.
Absolutely. We're gonna just show some respect to the Frazier family, man. There was a great picture right here that the PGO was able to catch. Up close, you see Joe Han. You see a lot of the well-respected guys. Joe Han, by the way, his father was a great man. Have you had any experience with Joe Han Jr.?
I actually covered several of the events with Joe Han Promotions when it was coexisted with Peltz Promotions with Russell Peltz.
Yep. That's when a lot of their fights was being thrown down at Alhambra, right? Down on Swanson Street. Before that,
formerly known as the 2300 Arena. Formerly known as the 2300.
Yeah. It was right. It was called the Alhambra first, correct?
Yes, I didn't jump in with them until it was renamed 2300.
Got you. All right. Anything you want to say, Weezy?
No, pretty much. I just want to say that I like the picture. It was very good to see the atmosphere. The picture is so real and so good to where you can feel the atmosphere through the picture. And then after that, I had to personally go down there today, but I realized that it was so big to where as though it was no parking there. Because I guess they setting up a stage for the 4th of July, for Independence Day. So I tried to go down there and park the same place. The cops said, get your ass out of here. Come on, keep going, baby. Come on. And I usually park right in back of the art museum. I couldn't. They couldn't park there. I wanted to just go get the feeling and the vibe. The cop flagged me right on along. So it's really
rookie mistake. Mistake.
I should have parked up on Gerard Avenue and rolled my scooter down. Yeah.
That would have been the smart thing to do, but you pulled a rookie move there.
Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. I know better.
You got that right. Oh, yeah.
So how you doing today, Dave?
You name it, I'm over the place. Getting ready for the whole World Cup now. The World Cup game in Philly is officially now set for Saturday, July 4th. Ooh. It's Paraguay, who pulled off the upset last night, taking out Germany, taking on France, who is led by Mbappe.
Wow. This thing is amazing, you know. And I see when you're busy, you get spread thin like man. You get spread thin like Miracle Whip. So you know you get spread thin like Miracle Whip. So you're busy. You the man in Philly.
It's all about timing. It's all about the timing for everything.
You'll get a chance to speak about that today.
Great. I want to go ahead and bring forth one of the interviews that we did with the Queen Bee, Jacqueline Frazier Clyde. No, not Clyde. I don't know why I always keep calling Clyde. Jacqueline Frazier Lied. Right?
There you go.
There you go. Right on. But let's go ahead and get into this. So forgive me because I called her Clyde on the damn interview, but
she's gonna sucker punch you.
Exactly. She didn't say anything. She let me get away with it, but she
like this.
She did when it was all over. She did pinch my cheeks and said, when it was over, she said, "You know what my name is." I said, I took punches for a living.
She's gonna give you another one.
3, 2, 1,
PGO Nation, what's good? It's your boy Anthony Messenger. We're here with the Queen Bee of Philly. That is Queen Boxing, by the way. Mrs. Frazier, Clyde. Now listen, how difficult was it for you to actually, in the family, what hurdles did y'all have to get through or jump over to get this statue down here?
I would say, with Almighty God, nothing is impossible. So when you have confidence in the Lord, it's all easy. The burden is a
wanted to get down here to the front of the art museum?
Well, there's more tourism here. This is where Joe Frazier actually ran through Fairmount Park, sprinted up and down the art museum steps, and did his calisthenics right there where his statue is. So this is where his training ground is.
Last question. What does this mean to you and to all your siblings in the Frazier legacy?
Well, for me, it means, as my father said, make sure you always remember to be one of God's children and make sure you trust in the Lord and everything will be manifested. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Now you know, blow for blow, it's PGO. Yeah.
Dave, what's your thoughts on them actually taking it from Xfinity Live? As I was sitting down talking to one of the close friends of mine, he mentioned that he thought that it would be better in the art museum. I was basically saying that, you know, thousands of people go through Xfinity Live. You're talking about Citizen Bank Park. You're talking about Lincoln Financial Field. You're talking about the casino itself, Xfinity Live. Everybody go there. What's your thoughts on that? Do you think that this was more of a personal move or the best move?
Honestly, it's a combination of both. Like, when they first brought the statue there in 2014, everybody was trying to make that complex much bigger. And, like, especially with Xfinity, at the time, they were trying to expand it out, make it much bigger, a better, what's what I'm looking for, a better setup, more fan-friendly for them to come in. Since then, they just made that, what was it, massive renovation they did to the whole back area, which looks unbelievable. I mean, I'm just blown away by that. But then I understand the whole aspect about seeing millions of millions come by the art museum, and they figure, okay, you want to make him more Philadelphia-like, then you get the guy whose gym was really right down the street. So it makes sense for that as well.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Weez.
What I was saying is that the connections, Dave, and Messenger Champ that took place, it was beautiful. Like you just said, Dave. You got Joe Hand involved. You had Bernard Hopkins, the middleweight champion. You had us involved. You had every piece in order because it's been quite a long time. We've been friends with the mayor office for quite a long time, and it was a gentleman by the name of Bernie Strain and Malik Aziz who was pushing for a Joe Frazier statue for years. And it was right in the mayor's office. It was during John Street's terms. And they was pushing for it for years. And look how it just, that's probably why Jackie said have faith and it shall come. Because the seed was planted, like you said, Dave, back in 2014?
2014.
Yeah, 2014. That's a long time. But if you sit and wait over a couple rounds, you know, and the new Joe Frazier hand was raised in the 15th round in Philadelphia. And I just think it's big. That's like putting Rocky Marciano in New York. You go put a Rocky Marciano statue.
It's a good analogy, Weezy. Definitely a good analogy.
They're going to go crazy like glue. So I just think it's a beautiful thing for the city, and it's a beautiful thing for fighters and boxers all around the world, not just Philly.
Also, here's another thing that Mayor Parker dropped a little bomb yesterday about who gave the okay to have the statue moved. So guess who? You're not going to believe this. It was Sylvester Stallone gave the okay to have the statue moved from South Philly to the art museum.
Absolutely.
And
she actually said it,
Yeah, she went on a good, I think like a 3-minute spiel about Stallone saying, yeah, it will be nice. And he was like, yeah, I'm 100% sold on this. And I actually posted the whole video of Mayor Parker saying it was Sylvester Stallone that gave the okay to have the Joe Frazier statue moved from South Philly to the art museum.
Ain't that something else? A fictitious character has to give the approval on one of the all-time great heavyweights to ever do it in his own city, which we could completely understand. Listen, let's not poo-poo what the Rocky statue and the Rocky movie band shot in Philadelphia has done for Philadelphia, period. Because it is great. But I actually think whether they have the Frazier statue couldn't be any better, because you think about people who disabled, who won't be, unfortunately, who won't be able to make it up the Rocky steps or won't have to go all the way around and go through Hell's Kitchen to actually get up there. If they wanted to see Joe, they were able to see Joe. But we have to definitely give our respect to the Frazier family, to give honors. Dave, thank you for coming there and also contributing in the way you did, posting a lot of stories. We was definitely in the building. But as much as I love Joe, there's something that trumped Joe this weekend. And it's that young phenom.
Who trumped the former heavyweight champion that beat Muhammad Ali? Who?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Oh, he didn't trump him. He joined him.
Okay. All right. Well, I stand to be corrected.
Go ahead.
Well, he joined greatness.
Yes.
And that is two-time unified division champ.
Yes.
Junior middleweight, WBO, WBA.
Unbelievable.
Jaron Boots Ennis. As we can see here, he's been upgraded. Now, Dave, you were actually there at the live coverage, and you asked some questions. What was some of the questions? I heard your voice, but I want you to tell the PGO Nation who was there. Also, what's your relationship with Eddie Hearn? Y'all seem to have a good relationship.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So here's something I just realized this the other day. Since Jaron Ennis signed with Matchroom, he's had now with this fight would have been 5 straight with Eddie Hearn. 5-0. I've covered all 5 of those fights, including the 3 that he had down in South Philly, the title unification down in Atlantic City Boardwalk Hall, which was an awesome atmosphere to see that, and then of course this past Saturday night up at Barclays.
How was it at Barclays Center? Was it bunkers?
It was a hostile environment. I would say it was 80-10 in favor of Puerto Rican fans.
Listen, I got a story of mine. A friend of mine, he might get on his podcast. I don't want to tell his story, but if he don't get on, I'm going to tell you because he actually paid top dollar for good seats. And he said it was almost like a race war, if that's okay to say. It was very, very, very hostile.
Oh, it was. Yes,
it was like segregation, black versus the brown.
I'll give you that.
You use the word hostile, Dave. You got to stand by it now.
It was. I'm telling you, just from where I was sitting in the press area, up on they had the first tier, and then I was in the second tier, and I can tell you just the way how the building felt when Jaron came out first. It was like a definite basically middle finger to him. That's basically how loud it was with all the Puerto Rican fans for Xander. Then when Xander came out, like it was a deafening roar throughout the whole night. When Boots dropped in round 1, it was like, okay, this fight's going to be over. Nope, Xander got through it. Round 3. Let me paraphrase round 3 for this fight.
We're going to watch round 3, so you're going to give your commentary on round 3.
Yeah. I can tell you right now, that round is up top 10 rounds of all time in boxing.
Really?
I put it up there, tied with round number 9. Round number 9.
You better not say Arturo Gotti and you better not, David.
Oh, I'm going there. I went there. I went there.
And I'm a Boots fan.
Oh, I went there. It was up there.
Blasphemy.
It's up there. It's up there. Round number 9, the first fight between Gotti and Ward.
How
the way
dare you,
the two of them, the way they beat the crap out of each other, that's how it felt that night.
I definitely got round of the year thus far, but you got a top 10. I got Mickey Ward and Arturo Gotti damn near the best round of all time.
It's up there.
Ooh,
it's
what
up
you got
there.
to say about that, Weez?
Well, I would just say this. I warned everybody before Jaron Boots Ennis fought Xander Zayas that it was going to be fight of the year. I knew it how it was building up. It wasn't building up junior middleweight versus junior middleweight. It was building up, like you said, the black and the brown, unfortunately, because each generation, y'all, has a Hispanic or a Mexican great fighter, and it has a black or African American great fighter, just like Chavez and Meldrick Taylor, just like Pernell Whitaker and Meldrick Taylor. It has all of the ingredients. It has Sugar Ray Leonard, Rubberneck, Roberto Duran. But I knew because what Dave was saying was I had the privilege, to text him and to talk to him right there. So as I'm going live, I'm smiling from his comments, and it was like this. He said, the TV can't do the justice. The TV is an understatement of the sound that this place is housing. The house was rocking, and it kind of sort of reminded me. I don't know if anybody ever seen Eddie Murphy do James Brown, hot tub, ow, hot tub in the water, get your hot tub. It was like Eddie Murphy sticking his big toe. Guess how hot it was, an inferno without even fighting Fundora yet. So,
or I'll even do one better. I'll do one better. Round 3, that third round, I would put it up there with the first round between Leo Santa Cruz, Abner Morris.
Damn.
That
was war.
It was up there.
That was World War 5, 4.
I would put it up there as well.
You know what? Since we got it, let's get into it. And here's the thing: I have some exclusive footage for the PGO fans and those who are tuning in. All right, I got some exclusive footage. There's no speculating. This is coming. You know how they say, getting it from the horse's mouth. I'm getting it from the goat's mouth. Here live, and he blessed me. But we're gonna go over this 9th round. And one thing that Boots, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to put it up and let's hope that it plays without balls.
And then Boots clipped him with a left, and then another one. Xander forced to hold on. You can see Boots telling somebody in the crowd, "Oh, I've got this." I think he's talking to his dad in the corner.
Xander's going to have to exchange with him. I mean, the hand speed and the timing, the accuracy is on the side of Ennis. The only way to intercept that is to punch with Ennis, but that's dangerous.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Xander's got to keep that jab going. Again, that left hand is the power. Oh, with right hand to back Boots up. Boots some life. Xander some life.
I think Boots might be rocked right there. It was a shot, right hand, right on the chin.
Good jab from Xander, who's having a little bit of a moment here in the 3rd. This crowd is eating it up. They're trying to will him back into this fight, and he's landing punches now. He's going toe-to-toe with Boots.
Good body shot by Xander on the inside. He's beating down Boots.
Big right hand. Here comes the weekend. Boots has got to hold on here. Xander caught him again. This is incredible stuff.
Boots is being too bright for his own good. He should back up and box now. He's hurt.
This crowd is at DEFCON level 9.
This is the problem when you have killer instinct like Boots Ennis. He refused to back up.
Boots' legs look a little wobbly, Sergio.
They've been wobbly. He should be boxing his thinking right now, getting his legs back. But that's not a Philly fighter for you.
Just when you thought Xander was done, he gets back into the fight. But here comes Boots. Big shot. Just few and far.
Listen. Now, before you guys give your opinions, this is what Boots told me personally, and I kind of believe him. He said I was not hurt. Now, I know it's hard to tell. I said, Boots, you kind of buckled. He said, I believe he said, I got stunned a bit, but I wasn't hurt. He said, you don't see nobody hurt trying to fight back. When somebody hurt, they fall. And he said, I never did that. He said, if you notice, 30 seconds later,
that turned him on.
I hurt him. What say ye, Dave? And then we'll come to you, T.Y. What was your thoughts? You was there live. What did it look like?
I'm telling you that it's hard for me to explain the roar in that building when Xander was putting it on him. I thought, oh, crap, this is not going to end well. Then Boots came back with that left hand. I was like, oh, this is where we got a fight on our hands. This is going to go all night now. And I'm just telling you, the way that building was shaking, I had goosebumps all up and down my arms from round 3 to round 5. Like, I just couldn't believe, holy crap, am I really seeing this? And then afterwards, in the post fight, he did say he wasn't hurt. He was just basically messing around, and then he got hit with some good shots. And we knew he was going to get tested regardless. We knew this was going to be one of his harder tests to do, and he passed big time.
This is what they wanted to see, T.Y. Everybody was questioning the resume. Before I come to you, I want to say this. I never spoke highly about Boots because of his resume. I spoke because of the trajectory of his talent. When you look at that young man's talent, to me, he has no weaknesses. And we're going to talk about the narrative of him getting hit a lot, which I find interesting because guys like Virgil Ortiz, who have been dropped multiple times, guys like Fundora, who've been dropped multiple times and also been put to sleep. You're not concerned about them, but you're concerned about a phenom. And I told Boots today, I said, your greatest gift is going to be your curse. People are going to look at your talent and they're going to judge you off of that. Man, my friend Stan Corey Nuss, we was talking about it today. I had several debates with Atomic, these guys. We'll see. But what say ye, T.Y., about round D? Are you buying what Boots said that, he wasn't hurt?
I just bought 100% of that stock that Boots is selling. That shit he's selling, I'm buying. Because he was on everything that fight, y'all. Dave, you can tell he was on autopilot. Once it's no lie, you can tell that Xander punched him. The whole world can see. He cannot deny he was punched. But one thing he can deny, the knockout punches that Xander threw after he had him thinking. Because Boots, boom, boom. Boots said, oh my, he woke Boots up, actually, Roots. And what he did was, like Boots said, I can knock out a brick wall. And they still going to have something to say. Jaron Ennis is that talented to where I think a lot of questions was answered, y'all. The questions was answered. Can he go up to 154 pounds? Can he take a 154 pounder a punch? Well, goddamn, he took a 180 pounder punch that night.
He came in 186 to be exact.
Okay, 186 pounder punch went on his chin, on the back of his head, hit him everywhere that he could possibly hit him, and Jaron swallowed that shit like Pac-Man. Gobble, 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 gobble. Boom, 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 boom. My turn. So to answer the question, Chad, he answered a lot of questions that night. And the only reality that I see, and till the bell go ding to his next opponent, is Jaron Ennis is a bad man. And I'm not going back and forth with nobody else because if he would have lost, we would have been having a different conversation. This young man won. 2-time unified champion in 2 different weight divisions. What do this man got to do for y'all to give him his props right now? From Max Kellerman on down to the Little Whispers in the Philadelphia gym. He's the only Philly fighter right now on TOP. He's on the TOP. Take your hate out, man, and start congratulating this man. Philadelphia got the Sixers. We got the Eagles. We got the Flyers. We got the Phillies. Now we got Jaron Boots Ennis. And that's in reality. And that's
hold up. Let me counter that. Before Jaron Ennis took the torch and ran with it, there was somebody else that was carrying the torch for Philadelphia on the boxing team.
Garcia.
Exactly. Everybody's
Danny
forgetting
Garcia,
about Danny.
absolutely.
Before Danny.
Definitely Danny. Danny been there, did that.
Hall of Famer.
And we definitely going to shout out. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. As you can see with this victory, this impressive victory, and I don't think people talked about this enough. I want to just highlight. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but we definitely going to highlight it. I don't think there's a junior middleweight that can stand in front of Boots and take his punches. Xander Zayas is a natural 160, 168 pounder. He came in 186.
They better rent a bicycle that night.
Okay.
Fight Boots.
No hydration clause.
No, and let's give Boots that credit. You got a lot of guys like Tank, like the Shakurs, who wants to step up, and they want to add the hydration clause and things of that nature. But yet you have Boots, who actually hurt. 1 second. Who actually hurt a cruiserweight on light heavy. Dave, now we see what this victory did, how it catapulted him. He went from number 5 to now number 1. Do you agree with Ring Magazine rankings as putting Boots the number 1 junior middleweight?
right now, yes, he deserves to be ranked in the top 10 regardless. But Eddie Hearn dropped another bomb on Saturday night that a lot of people were not made aware of this. That I don't think either one of you caught this. But Eddie dropped saying that Xander has an automatic rematch clause.
But he's not going to exercise it.
He ain't doing. He don't want to do that.
Well, actually, no. He still can invoke that after watching the fight over again. He like the way Eddie Hearn even said, hell, you know what? I may actually want to invoke that, get my revenge.
This is correct.
So if that's the case, then all right, let's run it back. So it's in the contract that he has a rematch clause before jumping up to 160.
That's just a safety net. There's no way in the world he redo this again and take another ass whooping.
Well, you
no
never
way.
know.
I can see it. I can honestly see. I can honestly see it happening because I've been told by several other people from around different things that when is Boots going to be back in the ring? Well, there's a couple scenarios going on. As it came out yesterday, Mike Coppinger basically saying they're already negotiating between Boots and Fundora. Yeah, that's a great fight to see there.
Good stuff.
Virgil Ortiz hasn't proven that he deserves to fight with Boots. He's saying he will smoke him. Yeah. Okay, smoke him with what? He has no shot. I don't think so. That long layoff? I don't think so. He needs to earn that fight with Jaron Ennis.
Yeah, he do.
So if Xander wants to invoke the rematch clause, which I think he will, then that gives Boots a little more time to build up, add more beating to Xander, which I think he'll do it with no problem. That fight will be held here in South Philly.
And it'll be worse.
Yes, it will.
It will be worse. And I'm glad you said that because that's inside scoop. None of us knew that. I didn't hear not one person talk about an automatic clause. I'd have been on Ring Magazine. They didn't talk about it. I didn't hear some of the best podcasts talk about it. No one mentioned that there was an automatic reclause.
Because if you watch the post-fight press conference, he dropped that in the question that I asked Eddie Hearn.
Yes,
I heard your questions, but I didn't fully. I heard your voice, but I wasn't able to tune in because the person who was recording kind of cut out. But I want to get to this right now, Ty. I want to show you who Boots want. Okay, who he's calling out, so we don't have to speculate. We don't have to suggest. We don't have to say my resources is telling me. I'm going to prove whatever resources you got. If you hitting on this, then we're going to make it correct. Right here. Let's get to it.
Bring on that tall, what is it, tall tower or whatever?
Tall Inferno.
We're going to chop him down.
Question, champ.
Yo.
Who you want, man?
I want Fundora. Bring on that tall, what is it, tall tower or whatever?
Tall Inferno.
We're going to chop him down easy.
So there y'all have it, man. This is exclusive.
So in this video, not only are they talking about how they want Fundora, they're also mentioning and addressing the Virgil Ortiz, which rumors are starting to surface, Dave. I'm going to let you talk after this video, that the whole fiasco with Oscar was bullshit. It was all them wanting to dump. This is, and I kind of hesitated because they were willing to give, I spoke to them personally, they was willing to give 60-40 and 5% to the winner. But let's see what they have to say.
Video from PGO, the first time this young man has said who he want, and he putting it on the record, and PGO bringing it to you. He want the Tower Inferno.
We can't get him. We want Josh next.
See, now we getting the inside school. We calling motherfuckers out. So I don't want to hear no more shit from nobody. He's putting it on the record, and it's going to be shown.
And not only that, Ortiz coming back when he could afford Boots. They had a game plan. That's why they didn't want to fight Boots at that time.
Yo, now so my producer and my lady was sitting at the whole time. She thought it was a smoke screen. I'm like, wow.
All that shit was fake. They act like they was going through some shit. Him and Delaware. All that shit was fake, man.
It's fake. There you have it, baby. It's going to fuck down once again. 2 times. It's just starting. We're going up to 160 and 68.
Yes.
Yo, let me say something, champ. I first want to give his team respect. Bozy, Farah, Pooh, Coach L. Because we know that even though that this is a one-man sport, it takes a whole team. to get the one man right. And you said that he was punching on a light heavyweight that night. Well, then he was prepared for that because he had Boo Boo, Demetrius, Andre in camp. So they had him ready to be able to punch on something heavy and have something heavy punch on him if it can catch him. So he was ready for any and everything Xander Zayas threw at him. And that comes from having a hell of a team. And I should know what a hell of a team is because I was part of a hell of a team in your professional boxing career. So having a hell of a team, teamwork make the dream work. And this is why you hear Sensei Bozy talking about, we want Josh Kelly. You hear Fat Mouth now. Sensei.
No, if we can't get Fundora,
okay,
put that on there. If he can't get Fundora, they're going to take Josh Kelly.
Okay, so basically, but I mean, we had all of the exclusives, and I'm just kind of happy, and we feel blessed that we have access to that because Bozy told the world, if this man get reckless, what did Bozy say Boots was going to do to him?
Mm-hmm.
If he get reckless and come in, he going to sleep.
And here it is. Sweet dreams, Irene. Night, night, Irene. Grab your popcorn, put your food in the oven, and enjoy the rest of the night.
That first round when Boots dropped Xander, everyone's like, "Oh, this is going to be an early night sleeper." Nah, it lived up to the hype throughout the rest of the night. When Boots got him in round 5, I was like, "Yeah, this is getting close to the end." But everybody thought it was the referee stopped it. No, it wasn't the ref. No, it wasn't the corner.
Oh,
the ring doctor.
It was who?
The ring doctor.
Oh,
because you saw Harvey Doc turn around and automatically waved it off. The corner didn't do it. The ring doctor did it.
Damn.
Whoa. Another jewel. So it was the ring doctor that waved it off.
Yeah, it was the ring doctor.
But I seen Xander shake his head. Yes, like he agreed with the stoppage.
If you watch that third knockdown and look at the ref's reaction, you saw how quickly they waved it off.
Wow.
You saw how fast they waved it off.
They should have stopped it in the 5th round.
They weren't going to stop it in the 5th. They were not.
That's when they should have stopped.
No way. They should have is the key word. But basically, it was, they should have stopped it earlier. Agreed. Yeah. But basically, if you watched it again, that third knockdown and the way Harvey Doc looked, because normally the corner would have thrown that towel in. You saw how fast he waved that off.
Wow.
Because I've seen this before. It was the ring doctor.
Wow.
Even though they said the corner stopped it, no. It was the ring doctor jumped in front of the corner.
And I don't see nobody arguing with the stoppage for real. So they can say what they want after it was over. But I don't see nobody arguing with the stoppage. And I just want to say to this, the post-press conference, I noticed that you and Jaron have a relationship. Because he looked over to you and he said, well, it was hard to get Boots a fight, period. We came down to Philadelphia, so you was a part of the whole team. And I noticed how he was happy talking to you, but he was disgusted talking to another news writer. Hey, yo,
no, hold on. That was the highlight of the whole goddamn post fight there. You've been saying, you shut up.
Yeah, and he wanted to put the gloves over him.
He did. He wanted to. This ain't the first time he's sparred with that guy before. That's not the first time he's done this. Wow. So they've been going at it for a while now, and he finally said, enough of this shit. I'm done with you guys.
So they know each other then pretty much.
Oh, like I said, this ain't the first time Eddie has gone off on him. Like this has been brewing for a while now. This was when Ben Whitaker came in.
What's the guy that had the YouTube channel True Blood? What's his name?
True Blood. Who the hell is that?
Blue Blood Sports, right?
Yeah, I've heard of the name.
What about
that's him, right?
What?
No, it's somebody else. It's someone else.
Somebody else Eddie wanted to beat up. Ain't got nothing.
No. I'm talking to you. What's the YouTube guy that come and back at you with another one? What's his name?
That's Blue Blood, but Blue Blood wasn't.
No, I know Blue Blood. Listen, we post a video, and I don't mind it. I got a lot of respect for Blue Blood, but we posted this video earlier, and within 20 minutes, It received over 7,000 views. Somebody went on our comments and post and tagged Blue Blood Sports. What Blue Blood did, Blue Blood, you my guy. You one of the best that ever do it in leak footage. But you took our audio, brother.
Oh my God, say it.
You took our audio and you didn't give us credit, man.
They've been
It's
doing it
okay.
since we first started.
But the next time you do that, Blue Blood, make sure you say, got it from Put Your Gloves On podcast. All right? We just got to let it be known. Because this is a Boots exclusive. I can show you. I got a call from my little brother or a text from my brother 2 o'clock in the morning saying, bro, I'm going to be in the gym at 1:30. So this was an exclusive meeting with my guy. Ain't nobody got this. So anybody saying that Boots is saying that he fought for Endora, they didn't get it from nowhere but Put Your Gloves On podcast. So what he did was he used the audio because I got the trademark or the watermark in the back. You can't use the footage, so you extract the video, which is fine. Just give a brother some credit. That's all I want. That's why we apologize to you, Dave, on the picture. Just give a brother some credit, Blue Blood. Shout out to you, man. I ain't a hater. Shout out to you.
Hey, champ, it sounds like you hurt right now.
Huh?
It sounds like you either hurt or you want to glove up and meet him outside.
No, I ain't hurt.
Driveway. You want to meet him outside the driveway? You want to beat him up in the driveway?
You just got to pull things to the carpet and just let it be known.
Yes.
It's okay. No one got this information.
And I agree with you.
No one got this but the messenger in the Put Your Gloves On podcast.
Exclusive interview.
So I just wanted to get that out there. So let's get back to business.
All right, hold on. Let me say this real fast, champ. You have to expect this because we get some exclusives and we say some beautiful things. Like we got Dave on today. I guarantee you it's going to be clipped, snipped, and stolen. But you just put an alarm clock on it. Don't take it. Protected by Vipers. Stand back. Like DMX.
Yeah. I see you. I see you.
Yeah. So basically, thank you for putting the warning out because, champ, they've been stealing our sayings, the Fat Elvis retirement. We have been taken from. And because they think that it's the little brother against the big brother, ain't nobody going to see it. But what they don't understand is we in an algorithm now, baby. Can't stop, won't stop. We ain't new to this. We true to this. We've been doing this since our mother's uterus. So let's go, champ. Way to put them all on blast.
Dave, I was talking to Boots and his father about, or the whole Ennis camp about this notion that he get hits too much. What are your thoughts on Boots getting hit too much?
Well, I kind of agree. Like there are times sometimes I've seen where he does occasionally take a round off because he feels like he's up and he gets caught sometimes, which is totally fine. It's totally normal. He looked a little rattled during that third round, which I expected to be. I expected him to be in a very physical test. He passed it. Like basically, he had to show could he be in one of those 12-round wars, and it lived up to the hype. It did. From start to finish, 2 undefeateds, going at it.
Yeah.
So I say to myself and to my friends all the time, and actually one of my friends said, I'm going to give him some credit, Corey and Stan. I was talking to them earlier, about 5 in the morning.
Stan and C. Gunner.
Because I was watching Ring magazine, right? Ring with Max Kellerman. And shout out to Timothy Bradley, a cool guy that I'm cool with. Also Andre Berto, one of the guys I grew up with in the amateurs. Very close, used to talk to the guys, have good relationships with them. It was a little frustrating what they were saying. And I was talking to my friend Dave, and he just said basically that Boots is not getting judged on a normal scale that everyone else get judged on. Because like you said, you watch him take off. But the thing is, you see that he has the ability to do whatever he wants to do in the ring. And you judge him on that. If he goes to make a fight exciting and cover up and take a few punches to make it look good and he winds up knocking the person out, you're going to criticize him. If he boxes, right, you got to make your mind up. Shakur and Floyd Mayweather is the best at actually boxing, boxing, which is hit and don't get hit.
Yeah.
And we have an issue with that. It's boring. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you another exclusive. I ain't put this out. Blue Blood couldn't take this one. And I'm going to show you what Boots actually said when I talked to him about answering some of the questions that you might have when you was there in front row. Like, damn, why didn't Boots continue to do what he did in the first round? Here's what Boots had to say. After we hear what Ring said.
Everything through the lead up, he said, I'm going to do, there's nothing that you can do that I can't do. I can do everything better than you. Right. But as I'm watching it, in the first 5 seconds, when Boots came out and landed that jab, the first jab, I was just like, dang, already? He's already established his range. He's already got his timing down. I was like, it's going to be a short night for Xander Zayas.
Explain to me, you can box, but do you feel comfortable boxing, or do you feel more comfortable going forward?
I feel for whatever I want, but I do whatever I want. But I for it like that because you gotta take the belts from the champion. You
I don't like this shit because your dad didn't give me that luxury to do what I want. All he said was, "Hey, box, man, what the fuck you doing, man? Do your jab, man. Tell me I'm lying."
I got on him about that shit.
Do your jab, bro. Come on, man.
I got on him.
You can make this shit easy and just box.
You see the first round? When Boots went out there, how many jab Boots?
Exactly. So that's
how many jabs you do. How many jabs you hit? 4, 5, 6 jabs in a row.
From the rip. So why didn't you stay there?
Because I already know I was too strong. Too much strong.
Oh my God.
Too much for
So there you got it, man.
Yeah.
The boy feel like he can do what he want to do, man.
I do.
So he should be boxing.
I bet, man.
You think he got a better?
Everybody that called the fight. Everybody called the fight. Called the same shit. Yep. The 6th and 7th round. Every fucking body. That Devin Haney. He called. Devin Haney called on the spot. Everybody called the same thing.
It should have been the first.
No, it should have been the second. Yeah. Once you drop.
Now, let me say this.
Hold on. I got to clear something up. I just want to say this to people. You may hear a few F-bombs, a few cursing. Listen, Bozy was my trainer for a long time, right?
About 10 years.
I've been knowing Boots since he was 5, 6, 7 years old. I'm very close with all of them guys. So what you're saying is barbershop talk. You're saying F-bombs. You're saying us being loose. They're aware that I'm recording them, but this is what we do. We would train, and we would just sit down and talk smack about the dungeon. So PGO Nation, understand that you're getting an inside glimpse on what goes on with these guys. They're comfortable. They're cursing. Boots is laughing, but you hear his explanation. I think he gets boring. I can do it, but I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
He could have made it easy. And I had a kid on real quick, too. I'm going to make it real quick.
Okay.
I had a young man on, another phenom that you know, Jabril Noble. He was on the podcast last week, and I asked him, I said, Brill, what is the most important punch in the boxing? He said, the jab. I said, do you use your jab as much as you should? He said, no. So when Bud say things like his IQ got to get smart and things like that, I don't think that Boots is not an IQ fighter. That's not it. No. I just think Boots, maybe as well as myself, we have to learn a little bit more discipline not to get bored. Because when the skills is high, you gamble a little bit more. But we just heard Boots basically saying is, I wanted to bang. What you got to say about that, T.Y.?
Well,
then we'll come to you, Dave.
Okay. What I want to say is this. I keep hearing people say, and we all got out an opinion, and an opinion is like everybody got one. But let me tell you this. Xander Zayas, the same way they say he took a Puerto Rican knee or like a Mexican knee, they was giving him, y'all say that the round should have been stopped or the fight should have been stopped in the 5th round. No. What happened is this. He was given the benefit of the doubt, and he got the Puerto Rican or the Mexican benefit of the doubt because they would literally die on that sword. Remember Diego Corrales and Castillo won. Everybody thought that the fight was supposed to be stopped, but Diego. Even the
that is true. That is true.
Come on, even the great coach Dan Goosen was looking at this like, "Oh, what the hell? Throw the towel in or stop the fight." Diego said, No,
interesting.
Now watch this.
Interesting.
Diego Corrales was managed by my brother manager, Cameron Duncan. So it should have been stopped in the 5th. But what if the fighters say, hell to the nitto? We going balls to the wall to one of us get clipped, put to sleep, and start talking like Pebbles Flintstone. We going that way. And that's what happened. Because Boots.
All right. Well, actually, I got some news. I just got something I just saw a few seconds ago.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. So
come on, drop it, Dave. What you got?
So the fight between Boots and Fedor, it's going to happen at some point in 2027.
Okay.
No, wait. Fedor, did a little birdie just send you a message on your phone?
Nope. It's out there right now, according to Boxing Scene right now. Sebastian Fedor's longtime promoter saying the champ will take on his #1 mandatory challenger, Emil Harderberg, later this year.
Now, here's where I think I'm going to kind of call bullshit on that.
Fall.
I'm going to call BS because there's no way in the world Boots going to probably wait all the way till after Fundora. He's probably not in the fall.
Well, that's why I've been told by a couple other people about weeks ago that if Boots took down Xander, don't be surprised if you see something say, I don't know, October or November for Ennis to headline Xfinity Mobile Arena. Because Eddie Hearn...
who would be his next opponent?
Anybody he wants to, really.
Anybody that he wants. But we know the money fight's coming up with Virgil or Fedor. As I stated earlier, Xander has the rematch clause. If he wants to evoke that, I can see that headline in Xfinity Mobile in October because Eddie Hearn has said, like what I specifically asked him, he's known for developing fighters in their hometowns.
Yes, he is.
This is the time Philadelphia's ready to put on a fight that can hold over 20,000 plus. They're ready. Philadelphia is ready for that because the last couple of times, Boots did well against Avizania, that first fight over at Wells where he
Yeah. It was packed.
The rematch against Corinne Kuchijan was stupid. That was a stupid fight. Should not even happen. Lima should not even happen, but it had to be done. Part of his mandatory challengers. So now, whoever's next in line as the mandatory challenger, I can see that headline Xfinity Mobile probably in October or November, leading into either Fedor or Virgil. So that's the best way I can sum it up.
So, Champ, let me ask you a question real fast, Champ. What do you think? Because neither one of y'all never said nothing about Diego Corrales and Castillo. Everybody's still saying the fight should have been stopped in the 5th, but I just gave y'all a hell of an example. Diego Corrales.
I said it was a good analogy. I said it was a good analogy. I actually like that. Everybody thought it should be stopped, but Diego. However, I didn't sense that from Xander. He didn't put up no fight when they stopped it. Then he took his belt and went home. But what I think should happen right now, and I told Boots,
like Mommy said that night, and it surprised me. She said, "Y'all always say this, Y-Weezy. Boots put belt to ass." Dave, that's what my mom said, and I looked at her and said, "What?"
BTA.
BTA.
Listen.
BTA made famous by the Eagles. BTA.
Dave, I told Boots that I would not fight. Virgil Ortiz. I wouldn't. Because it is kind of ironic, and now they back in this love affair with Oscar, right? Now, all of a sudden, you have all these dilemmas. You're going to court, arbitrations. And soon as Boots do what he does to Xander, you guys is back on the honeymoon now. What happened to the court? And now you want to fight. I wasn't fighting. Boots don't need Virgil Ortiz right now. He don't, to me.
Well, technically, he partially does. Fedor, yes. Kelly, yes. So here's the problem with that as well. Virgil is with Golden Boy. Golden Boy apparently still has a deal with DAZN. Eddie Hearn and
yes, they just signed a new deal. That's true.
Control things with DAZN. So you figure you get two people under the same promoter, the same network. You know it's about to happen. But the problem is you get these delusional pain in the ass promoters who think that, say Virgil Ortiz should get 80-10 of the person who's the A side versus the B side, like how Mayweather always negotiated his contracts, saying who gets more on the A versus the B. That was the bullshit problem everybody was talking about, the money issue.
They can't do it now because Boots the champion.
Well, no, technically he is the champ, but the problem is who gets promotional control? Does Golden Boy get it? Does Matchroom get it? That's the problem these promoters are bitching about now. Saturday night at the Barclays Center, it was split between Matchroom
and I'm surprised Xander
Rank.
did that. Xander gave up 50-50.
Because Top Rank
listen,
signed that deal with DAZN. So everybody is now jumping on the bandwagon with DAZN now. And recently DAZN just announced a new fight package where some fights are going to be shown on TNT.
Wow. Chad Turner.
So Dave, hold on, we get inside information. So Dave.
So are you known? People have been known.
Well, I mean, it's kind of known, yeah. But you have a little bit more leisure to it because of your connections, and you know writing for Sports Talk Philly, and and having a relationship with Top Rank and them guys like that. So, do you think that this was more of a like how much? Well, I'm gonna just put it this way: how much respect do you give Xander for actually chasing Boots and willing to give 50-50, not making it a purse war? Because I give tremendous respect. I wouldn't have probably did it. I would have asked for 60-40.
Honestly, it goes basically, he wasn't chasing him. It basically was, the best way I can paraphrase it, who would step up to take on Jaron Ennis? We knew it was supposed to be Virgil, but the problem was Oscar De La Hoya, as stubborn and like as he is, him and Eddie Hearn cannot coexist. No. And now this other war that's going on with Eddie Hearn and everybody's favorite,
Dana
White. Exactly. Turk Al-Shiri apparently just held a summit. Apparently
trying to get everybody to come together, yeah.
Apparently it went down today. Yeah, so apparently it happened today, and they're trying to get some things resolved because Zuffa is making some noise. I get it. And so far, those fights on Zuffa have done very well.
Really?
Now, they have, from what I've been
my
seeing.
Homeboys need to hear that because I've been telling them about Zuffa.
Because Paramount is making a killing right now because this new deal that they signed with the UFC, no more pay-per-view fights for 7 years.
Dave, can I interject just 1 second? I want to ask you a question. I just want to ask you this question. So the rumor is that Zuffa is overpaying for fighters and they won't be able to sustain this. I was trying to explain this to my friend that they're getting a budget because the fear is, T.Y., that Zuffa will not be able to recoup all the money that they signed. Dave, you a little bit more tight, so give us some insight on what you know and what Zuffa is doing.
Well, because it's based off the TV deal, Paramount. The more people subscribe, the more people it draws. Because just for a basic subscription for Paramount, $8.99. You know how many people will sign up for that within seconds. Like example, you saw Shane Mosley Jr. on that. Edgar Berlanga, Connor Ben fighting on that for Zuffa. Some real big names getting the money to put the fights on that the fans want to see, which we've been begging for.
$8.99 is a lot cheaper than $75.99.
Yeah, it is $8.99.
Actually, no. Well, here's the other thing. The Xander Boots fight was DAZN pay-per-view. If it wasn't a pay-per-view fight, it will be a standard subscription fight. That's the big difference. Are you saying that Paramount you'll be able to get big fights with just a subscription from Paramount?
Just a basic subscription. Wow.
Yes, there you go. Because here's the other thing.
That's big, Dave. That's not nothing to sneeze at.
Paramount signed the deal with the UFC for 7 years at $7.7 billion. No more pay-per-view fights. Every UFC event, numbered, not numbered, on Paramount, so everybody can see it. Especially next weekend. Guess who makes his return to the ring next weekend?
Conor McGregor.
Damn straight. Part of International Fight Week. And that's only on Paramount Plus. And that's Paramount Plus.
And it's not paid for. If you got Paramount Plus, you get to watch it.
Yo, I would just say this.
2 weeks ago, the
Let him close the door, and then you can close it out.
The UFC pulled off that fight night at the White House. Paramount Plus only.
Damn.
And it did pretty damn well with the numbers that came back. It did very well. I'm telling you, some of the fights they put on were awesome.
Are they funneling that UFC money into Zuffa boxing? Is that what's going on?
Zuffa and the UFC are under together.
See, there you go.
It's all one brand.
Corey, there you go. There you have it. This is how Zuffa is going to sustain. Go ahead, Y-Weezy.
Yeah. Well, then I basically just want to say this. I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is a contract that I wrote up for all fighters at 154 pounds to sign. I got 2 I's, a line, and X mark the spot. Sign to fight, bitches. Fight boots. Stop running. Stop doing the isms and schisms. Because what I'm trying to see is this. Boxing is alive again. And what I mean by that is the same president.
Not exactly.
Hold on. Let me finish, Dave. I didn't cut you off when you was going. Give me 1 second. I know you got some good stuff to say, but give me 1 second and let me explain why I say boxing is alive again. Because the same man that said, let's make America great again, is the same man that allowed UFC or boxing to come on the front lawn for Paramount. So Donald Trump, like I keep telling people, the president used to be the Don, the godfather of boxing outside of Don King. It was Trump. So what Trump is doing now, he's getting back into combat sports. And when you got the White House letting this shit come on their lawn, something is being beautiful again. Something is being made beautiful again. Especially, and speaking about Paramount, Dave, that was some good information you just gave. Because Paramount, I knew Paramount was a heck of a station. Because every time you're watching a movie, you just see this big mountain and Paramount comes up. That's the same Paramount we're speaking about in Hollywood studios. Paramount has a big budget. Paramount got money because they've been around since early, 1900s and stuff like that.
And also, you can actually thank COVID for all this.
Thank you.
In a weird.
Hold on, who did you say? Thank who?
COVID. Let's give COVID a round of applause.
Because of that, a lot of sports now are starting to go to the streaming platforms now. And who's the biggest ones that benefit from that? Netflix.
Netflix. We got to get ready to transition. That was definitely some good information.
Because a lot of people don't realize this.
You cleared up a lot of things that I couldn't really answer as far as Zuffa.
Here's something else as well.
I got a homeboy that's saying Zuffa will be done in 2 to 3 years, and they won't have fighters to make it work.
Because a lot of people don't realize this. Zuffa makes their New York debut on July 26th. So, and what Zuffa does, all their fights are Sunday nights.
Wow.
They have an exclusive window on Sunday nights.
Like wrestling used to be.
Think about that.
Yeah,
The Zone. What they did on Saturday night for the Boots Xander fight, they started a whole new series called The Zone Saturday Night Fights. So think about that. A lot of these streaming platforms are starting to take over. Amazon with the NFL on Thursday night.
Yeah, that's true.
And they make you pay Peacock. All these things, you got to start paying for these things now. You're right.
Because, like I said, when COVID hit, everything started to transition to streaming. And a lot of people are benefiting from that now. As you can see now, Netflix has benefited the most. And then also on top of that, what network put on the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight?
Netflix.
Damn straight. And which network?
And down too.
Exactly, because Netflix never did live sports until that night. And also,
and how was they able to pay $91 million per person to Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua? That's $182 million.
Your subscriptions. That's all it was. So, and also, because of that, who benefited from Netflix? The WWE. Because the WWE has exclusive Monday Night Raw on Netflix every Monday.
See what I'm saying? See, it's deeper than what we know. It's deeper than what we know. And that's why we got you here, Dave, for stuff like this. But let's get to
the NFL has partnered with Netflix. They'll be doing 6 NFL games this upcoming season.
Wow.
See,
including
this is what I'm saying, Dave. You got your hand in all the cookie jars. I'm just stuck to boxing for now.
Including 2 games on Christmas Day.
Wow.
This will be the 3rd year in a row that Netflix will do the NFL on Christmas Day.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
So somebody say, Dave, they ask how do can you see that? How do the networks get ROI?
Roll on investment. It's all about the timing, right place at the right time. What network wants to take a jump? Especially, here's another thing that a lot of people don't know about. You may have heard of the sport that's been getting a lot of attention lately. Not boxing. Damn straight. For years, only certain states were able to sanction these fights. Now they have a deal with DAZN.
Damn.
Some of their fights are on.
Shout out to my man John Yorgi in the crib. What's up, my guy?
A lot of these streaming platforms, are jumping on right now to distribute all these. And also, here's another thing: AEW Wrestling is the biggest competitor to the WWE right now.
Yeah, they are.
All their pay-per-view events are streamed through HBO Max.
Damn.
A simple ad.
Simple ad. Wow.
And they just also got to deal with DAZN too.
DAZN is becoming like
HBO
and Showtime.
This is men standing on the shoulders of other men, meaning you benefit because of WWE, you benefit because of the NFL, you benefit because what it does is it allows these apps, Showtime, I'm just naming things, Peacock, Amazon, it allowed them to generate money from other sports and invest in things like boxing and UFC.
Everybody getting money. That's amazing.
That's why the PBC, the Premier Boxing Champions, left Showtime, left HBO, and left ESPN. Most of their pay-per-view events are exclusive to Prime Video.
Prime Video.
Yeah. It's deep. And listen, and for them to get on Prime Video, that's showing you that these streaming platforms is allowing contact sports to come on. But listen, they took a gamble. I gotta say this. They took that gamble because of Tank Davis. Nobody over PBC doing this. Nobody over PBC was hotter than PBC was hotter than Eddie Murphy doing a James Brown in a hot tub. Ow, hot tub in the water. Tank Davis was. Dave, I'm telling you now. Tank Davis got that contract signed.
So I want
if that's the case, then why isn't Showtime doing the fights anymore?
Well, I watched the video.
Why isn't HBO doing it? Why isn't ESPN pulling the trigger and doing boxing matches anymore? They're not. They're out.
Well, ESPN is doing MVP promotions.
Yes.
Well,
they are.
That's under control of Netflix.
That's true.
Netflix gets control of that as well. So they're starting to do some fights, but not
like Friday night fights, not like Tuesday night fights. Back in the day, TY, ESPN used to be popping. They had Tuesday night fights and Friday night fights.
And they had ABC Wild World of Sports connected to ESPN. A lot of the fights came on channel.
Yeah, absolutely.
With ESPN Sports. But let me just say this. This is why Leonard.
We got to transition to so I got to be quick because I got something for you. Go ahead.
All right. This is why Leonard Ellaby, Dave, and Champ didn't mind severing with Floyd because he took Tank. Him and Al Heyman took Tank to Amazon Prime, to Prime TV. They took Tank and sold that package. Then things started happening. But I'm telling y'all, Prime was on board because of Tank Davis. That's why he had that big ass fight on Prime, and things happened, y'all. Come on now. That's why every time he fought.
What fight on Prime? He never had a fight on Prime.
If you go back to study, right? Watch this. If you go back to study, it's because he messed it up. But, however, Leonard Ellaby, Al Heyman, and Tank Davis had a contract for Prime, but he messed it up. Tank Davis was the forerunner that he was going to sign that Prime contract. You don't remember him bragging? He just signed all of his money to Prime?
Nope.
Prime 200-something million or 50, 80-something million? Yes, go back. Tank Davis, Leonard Ellaby.
I'll tell you what. We can always pull it up.
Yes,
but what I want to do is I want to transition to another set of brothers who will be fighting this Saturday on July the 4th. The Mason brothers.
Only on TNT. Part of the
only
DAZN
on
deal.
TNT. You absolutely right. Now, Dave, you're filling me in on a lot of stuff, okay? And I'm glad. This was T.Y. Carter actually get you on. He said, Champ, I think it'd be great to get Dave on. I said, you know what? Especially after the Boots fight, we don't need to pump Dave up. We can just get straight to the nitty-gritty about sports and take his knowledge and give him and what he has to bring into. But now, the Mason brothers, I think, is better than the Davis brothers. What's your thought on that? And also coming up in the 4th, I like the way they doing, the way that the Abdullah Mason. I put Abdullah Mason up there with the top 5 most skilled fighters in boxing. I think I got Boots, I got Shakur, I got Abdullah Mason, I got Bam Rodriguez, and even though he's retired, I had Bud Crawford. I'm talking about generational talent that transcends with the Roy Jones, the Floyd Mayweathers, the Sugar Ray Leonards, where you don't really find too many chinks in their armor. What say ye about Abdullah Mason as being one of the faces of boxing and fighting this this Saturday?
That card that doesn't catch my attention yet.
Really?
Nah. Not yet.
And why is that? Do you don't think that Abdullah Mason is a big enough draw?
I haven't seen him fight that much, to be honest.
You need to do yourself. You need to go to YouTube.
YouTube it, Dave.
Go to YouTube, Dave. Go to YouTube, my buddy.
Well, they're also going to have, if I'm not mistaken, what else they got going on here? Yeah, so I'm reading more on this DAZN deal with TNT. So it's a groundbreaking deal. They're going to have fights with Top Rank, Matchroom, Golden Boy, and Queensberry Promotions.
That's London. That's Frank Warren, ain't it?
They're all involved.
Okay, Weezy, social media.
But, yo, let me just say this. Tank Davis did fight Frank Martin June 15th.
Oh, you mean the fight that he lost?
With Frank Martin?
No, he clipped Frank Martin.
Ghost Martin. He clipped Frank.
Oh no. I'm thinking of the Lamont Roach one.
You thinking about Lamont Roach?
Yeah, that's the one that Tank clearly lost.
Yeah,
but
Tank Davis.
We all know what happened with that. The New York Athletic Commission screwed up big time with that. But nobody wants to go on the record for that.
I'm only bringing this up just to show you that Tank Davis did fight on Amazon Prime pay-per-view June 15th.
No wonder that fight was boring anyway.
Okay.
Hold on. What fight was boring?
None of Tank fights is boring, Dave. What are you talking about?
The
only 2 survived out of 30. Dave.
The only Tank Davis fight that was exciting from start to finish was against Leo Santa Cruz.
Dave, all a Tank fights is explicitly violent. He put you to sleep.
Violence.
He's violent.
No.
Yes, he is.
No.
Dave, listen. I beg you.
This might be a brother jump on here because
I'm taking my
Tank is the only person that's not a heavyweight that you can't blink. Dave, would you at least submit that? Can you blink on the Tank Davis fight? Can you blink?
He's a pocket rocket.
Hell, I would take Terrence Crawford over him.
Hold up. We got a breaking news.
I gotta tie my tie tighter, Dave.
One second. Producer, I got a visitor, and I'm gonna keep my word. Please put the link in the chat. I want this. I almost called him a bastard. I'm so pissed at this guy. I want him to come up. Put the link in the chat. I want him to come and join. Meet T.Y. and Dave. He is taking an early lunch break on an overnight shift. I need to get him up here right now.
Interesting. I'll wait to see his face. I'll tell you, Dave, if I know him or not. I'll wait to see his face. We get some surprise guesses on PGO.
Well,
the link is in there. Come on, Ghost.
Like I said, like there's some, like I said, I've seen some violent wars over the years, and he's up there. But to consider him as violent,
the link is in the chat.
I'll give him that. I'll give him
the
that.
link.
But like I said, the most violent fight that I've seen with Tank Davis was the one against Leo Santa Cruz. So that devastating, that uppercut, still like, ugh.
That was.
Producer, let's clear up some of this studio stuff. I don't need none of this stuff no more.
He still had
please.
enough energy to do a backflip off the top rope. Come on, he's an athlete. He had enough energy to do the somersault off the top rope. You know, the only thing to stop Tank, and I hate to say this, is just his outside antics. That's all. You know,
here go the link right here.
The judges around the ring.
It's in the comments.
In the courtroom. That's all.
I don't know. Like I said, it just like some of the fights I've seen. It's just.
Do you like Tank talent-wise as far as his skills?
Oh, he said he can't.
He's okay. He's all right. He's
you just gonna be a fat mouther.
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
No, not you, Dave. I ain't talking to you.
He's all right.
I'm talking to a friend of mine. Hold on.
A lot of people thought I was stupid taking Terrence Crawford over Earl Spence, saying Earl Spence was going to smoke him. Oh, really? Really? Crawford smoked him.
Real quick, I got another announcement I'm going to make. A close friend of mine, as you can see, Pure D Keith is apologizing to Boots. He's coming along, and he's joining the Boots train. We also need Atomic, who's been hating for a very long time, one of my best close friends, who's been a Boots hater. They now need to come on the bandwagon. We're making room on the bus. We got plenty 15 passengers for you guys to get in.
Tommy going to catch an Uber. He's never going to join a bus, the Boots bus. He's going to catch an Uber. Simple. He's going to pay for an Uber.
And Dave, somebody is calling you out. They say Tank might be a clown, but you can't deny his talent.
All right.
All right.
Well, let's put it this way. I'll admit when I'm wrong for certain things. But like I said, the most violent fight that I ever seen Tank Davis was in was the one against Leo Santa Cruz. Every other one, he was supposed to win those. Like seriously.
I actually picked Santa Cruz against. I thought Santa Cruz.
I did too.
I thought Santa Cruz was going to beat him.
A lot of people
he was a lot smaller
because he was having promotional differences with Mayweather during that time that Mayweather sick Rolly on him. A lot of people thought Rolly was going to sleep him. He didn't. Tank used skill to set Rolly up because Rolly is a strong.
That's one person that Tank respected was Rolly. He stayed away from that power.
Yes, he did. And he boxed him on the back foot.
I'm going to come and ask you guys a question, and we're going to get ready to close out. What do y'all think the Xander Zayas fight did for Boots? Did it help him get the respect you think he's going to deserve, that he deserved? And who would you like to see him first? Who would you like to see him fight next?
So let's put it this way, from my perspective, being in the building, covered that fight Saturday night, it helps Boots stock saying that, yeah, he should be in the top 10 regardless. The disrespect, because a lot of these fighters are avoiding him, because fact is the promoters are basically being a bunch of little whiny ass babies controlling everything and think that they know what's best for their fighter. No, they actually do not. Eddie Hearn clearly told it to me about the fact is that I specifically asked him, why hasn't Philadelphia been able to host these major fights? And he specifically told me that a lot of these promoters don't have the balls to go into the city and showcase it, market it, promote it better. And like I said, it's been years since Philadelphia hosted a major boxing match. The last notable boxing match that happened in South Philly prior to Jaron Ennis was 2003. Headlined by Bernard Hopkins. At the Spectrum in South Philly. Not the Lee Core Center. Not the Lee Core Center. We're talking in the South Philly Sports Complex.
No, I didn't fight there. What I had was, if the producer can pull it up, I'll show you what we had. We had my press conference held at the Wachovia. That's old. That was in 2003 when Top Rank first signed me. They came, and it was a big fiasco. Joe Frazier, everybody came. A lot of the throwback fighters came. So, yeah, it was at the White
Hart came. Big up to Duke.
Yeah.
Hart.
Like I mentioned, prior to Jaron Ennis headlining South Philly, there wasn't a big name fight down there.
Wow.
Since 2003. Yeah.
Correct. And that was Bernard Hopkins. Danny Garcia
I'm
never
surprised they didn't bring Danny there. Yeah.
He never did. I asked Danny about that. He was surprised he never fought there.
PBC kept him out.
No, they did not. It was basically, I can tell you the best way to explain it, because when the UFC came to Pittsburgh years ago, Dana White went on the record saying, I would never come back to the state of Pennsylvania because whoever the person's running the commission basically told him to bleep off. And it's been years since the UFC came back to Pennsylvania. And guess what? They're coming back to Philadelphia for the first time since 2019.
So do you think that if Eddie Hearn was to go for a Boots and the Wells Fargo, right? Or Xfinity Live. Xfinity Live, which is kind of bigger, right? It's bigger than Wells Fargo. It's like 19,000.
No, it's the same. It's the same building, different name.
Okay. All right. Well, what opponent you think would generate? Do he have to go at the front door, or do you think he can pull off a Josh? I think Josh Kelly would be a lot easier because they're both with Matchroom.
Right. And Eddie Hearn even said that I like Josh Kelly. I don't want him to get killed right away.
Exactly.
But it's going to happen.
Wait, are you telling me that Eddie Hearn is basically saying, I don't want to feed Josh Kelly to the wolves?
If you watch the post-fight press conference, he clearly said that.
Yes,
Conor Ben, same way. A lot of these fighters that he likes that are under his stable, do they want to fight each other? Of course they do. That's what the fans want. But on top of that, the thing is, it's right place at the right time. As I clearly stated before.
The key to success is timing.
I've been talking to several people, and there are some dates lined up for in October or November for Boots to headline it. Against who? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I tell you this, I'm gonna find out, Dave. I'm gonna find out, and when I find out, I'll give you a call, because I'm gonna get the exclusive. You best believe that.
But then on top of that, I'll do one better. Since Jaron Ennis is starting to put boxing back on the map in Philly, which it is, you still got Tevin, you got all the other guys that are still
shout out to Tev. Shout out to Tev.
All the other guys as well. But
still got Ray.
Yep, and there's another
Cool
sport
boy.
getting a lot more attention now.
Who boy is fighting too?
BKFC.
In Australia.
BKFC is headlining South Philly on Friday night to kick off the July 4th fireworks.
Shout out to my guy Austin Trout, who would be the main event.
Ain't it
So
sold out Dave?
Austin Trout, he's undefeated in BKFC.
Yeah.
And also
former WBA junior middleweight champ.
And who also former boxing world champion is also undefeated and holds a belt in BKFC. Take a guess who else?
Who?
You got
Jamal Herring.
Jamal Herring, the 130-pounder. Steven Shakur took his title.
Yeah.
He in there now?
He holds the belt too.
Well, Paul Magdalene tried to go and got his ass whooped.
Do he still got Bomac and them training him? Jamal Herring? He's still with the Terrence
I believe so. But Paulie.
Yeah, that is true.
There's two different bare knuckle promotions.
You right about that, Johnny.
There's two
Rumble with Dana Feldman.
No, two different things.
I know. Yeah,
So there's two different bare knuckle promotions. You got bare knuckle boxing, which is all mostly based in Europe. The ring that they fight is a triangle. They fight in a triangle ring.
Wow.
BKFC, what they're known for is a circle boxing ring. No kicking, no takedowns, just straight bare fists.
I would never do bare fist knuckle fighting. I'm
Why
sorry.
not? We did it growing up in. Watch this. Hold on. I did a lot of bare knuckle fighting growing up in the hood in Blumberg. It's called fighting. Simple.
Well, keep doing it, T.Y.
How many people did you see me fight bare knuckle in a project?
A lot. Keep doing. I mean, that's different, T.Y. That's different from getting to fights you don't really want.
It's worse. It's worse. Because
Okay.
you don't have a judge. Hold on. You don't have no damn judges around the corner talking about 10, 9, 8 round. You don't have a referee. People get hit in the head with bricks. People get hit in the head with sticks. That shit is real.
But what makes
bare knuckles start off in your neighborhood.
it
Then
did.
you go to
But here's also what makes it more unique is that it's not
County, BBC.
well, it's also not sanctioned in every state.
That's that. Yeah. That's
A lot
true.
of states are very hesitant about this, and it's not even sanctioned in Nevada. Think about that.
Well, that's the house. That's the house of boxing, too, huh?
I'm gonna ask both of y'all questions. Dave, beautiful information, and you have put a peephole through the wall of a temple. But this is what I want to say. It may not be sanctioned. Bare knuckle fist championship may not be sanctioned, but show me what hood in America don't sanction a fist fight.
True. No, I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that. But here's another thing as well. The former director of the Pennsylvania Athletic Commission, Greg Serb, he told me this, that he would never sanction BKFC in the state of Pennsylvania.
Wow.
So who said that, Greg Serb? But he's no longer the commission no more, though.
So when Ed Conkle came in, took over, within seconds, it got sanctioned. And since then, their first event they did in Philly, I was ringside and covered that fight. It was their first one, Knucklemania 5. 17,000 came out.
17,000. You know why? You know why that's going to do so well? You know why it's going to do so well, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's pugilism at its finest.
It is. That's what
people want. God, they want the gory. It's 2 times worse than boxing.
So
there you go.
There's that as well, but it's less. It's still violent, but it's not as much damage that boxing shows.
Somebody listen. A guy Sean. No. T.Y. Listen. Remember, I was talking to the guy Sean who fought V Hustle.
Yes.
He fought bare knuckle champ. He said you take more punishment in boxing than you do in bare knuckle because normally you get punched and you just go to sleep and it's over.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see. Listen, I had my retina detached, messing with my trainer Bozy, playing around in boxing. So I don't want to get punched in the eye. I don't let my kids slap box and none of that.
The other night, you got serious when they were slap boxing.
Because I don't play slap boxing. You get poked in the eye. That's all it takes.
Yes. So with the bare knuckle stuff, it's more damage to the body than to the head because if you hit a certain way, your hand breaks very easily.
Yeah.
And also, if you hit a certain part of the head, like say if you hit up here, your hand's broken regardless.
Yeah.
If you hit around here, you may get a little scars.
And that person gonna have a concussion. I want to get ready to get ready to run this special for Dave again. We've been rocking and rolling. We damn near an hour and a half.
Wow, beautiful episode.
Absolutely. I want listen again, Dave.
Just the facts.
I told you, champ, this was gonna be.
This was a PG.
Also, here's another thing as well. Someone actually told me this. They said if you sanction bare knuckle, you know what's next to be sanctioned.
Slapping contest, the slapping joint, right?
Power slap. Yep, that's next. That's
now
next.
listen, believe it or not,
you like
PGO Nation, I want to know real quick. Would you attend a slap fest competition, power slap, or would you attend a bare knuckle? I think I will go to. I'm actually going to go to a bare knuckle, Dave. You're going to be in the building.
I'll be there Friday night.
I will go to both.
I'll be there Friday night. This will be my 6th. This will be my and this will be my 6th BKFC show that they've done in Philly.
Now, before you go, Dave, real quick, too, because we got to get ready to wrap up. I just want
to ask him that, Dave. What's the attendance there for Friday? Like the capacity?
Right now, I think they're expecting about close to 18, 19K.
That's a lot of people.
18, 19K. No. Just real quick, Dave, if you can, give me, because I'm going to go experience this weekend, give me your perspective on the difference between a boxing match and a bare knuckle match.
Well, here's the thing. The only difference between the two of them for the BKFC, because in boxing, you have that knockdown limit.
Yeah.
There's no knockdown limit in BKFC. So here's where it gets good. No. There was a fight that I witnessed with BKFC. This guy got dropped at least 6 or 7 times.
Post the link.
He got up. He got up and knocked him out.
That's the Diego Corrales and Castillo. That's what I'm saying. You don't call a fight off and
that's something somewhere. And also, the girl fights in BKFC are nice.
God.
Oh,
wow.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, they are. And on top of that, there's also another boxing thing that's getting more attention now.
The link is in the chat. And what is that?
Dirty boxing.
Dirty. What the hell is that?
I said dirty.
You never heard of Dirty Boxing Championship?
Dirty boxing sound like 2 girls wrestling in bikinis.
No, it's Dirty Boxing.
Out the cup.
No, Dirty Boxing Championship is controlled by John Jones and Mike Perry. Okay. Two of the baddest guys in their sports. Basically, what Dirty Boxing is, it's like normal boxing rules with MMA gloves. You can do the Superman punch. You can do the hammer punches.
I mean, these are all the things that's actually going to be challenging professional boxing. This is why professional boxing better get their act together and give us the fights we want, Dave.
The only way to get their act together is to fight, y'all.
And that's true. But then, Dirty Boxing is sanctioned in Pennsylvania.
Dirty Boxing.
Dirty Boxing Championship controlled by Mike Perry, who's the badass in bare knuckle, and controlled by the former UFC heavyweight champion, John Jones.
John Jones. He's a bad boy. Let's get ready to pay this tribute again to me, Dave. I thought that this was a perfect tribute. To know you is to love you. You're very vocal. You don't hold back. You get straight to it. You say what it is, and you brought forth a lot of Jews today on things we didn't know. And what you did for me, because I've been covering Zuffa for quite some time. I've been having some debates. I mean, some long debates, early in the morning debates with some of my best friends about Zuffa. And you let me know that Zuffa's going to be around for a while.
Oh, they are. Oh,
they're going to be around for a while. And you explained how they're able to get their substance. And I was explaining this. I was like, yo, they're able to overpay because they have a bigger budget. It's like Nike and Adidas. Nike can afford to pay Michael Jordan more than Adidas can pay because they have a bigger budget.
And now with Zuffa, what they're doing, they in the beginning, they started doing their fights at the Apex in Las Vegas, where the UFC fights out of. Now they're taking their fights on the road now. They were just at the Cosmopolitan at the one of the venues in Vegas this past weekend. July 26th, they'll be at the theater of MSG.
Wow. That's big. Let's get ready to get to this tribute to once again, Dave.
Different. I have to be something different.
Hold on 1 second. Let's play it over.
I am not like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. I have something inside burning. I'm supposed to be something different. I have to be something different.
And right before we close out, I just want the PGO Nation to know that Dave had covered a lot of different sports. He covered a lot of different topics. He have even covered, what was it, Dave? Villanova. You've been to the White House and all that and everything. So this is a reporter, a senior reporter that have covered sports at its highest height that you can cover it at. That's why Eddie Hearns has a relationship with him, and you have a relationship with all the sports, everything in Philadelphia. But I just want to say, Dave, thank you for clearing up this Zuffa thing for the champ, because he's arguing in the morning with his friends about Zuffa instead of eating a turkey, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. His breakfast is arguments over Zuffa. Eat the damn sandwich, man. Eat first.
It's common. Let's put it like it's common sense. Think about it. Zuffa jumped on with the UFC. They're under the same banner, and who controls that? Paramount Plus now.
Shoot.
The UFC used to be under ESPN's banner. No
Johnny,
more.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, T.Y., let's get ready to close this thing on out, baby.
All righty. So Now you know, blow for blow, yeah, is PGO. David Malandra Jr. edition. That's right.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate you guys, PGO.
What's good, PGO Nation? This is Ant the Messenger along with Y-Weezy Social Media Encyclopedia. Now you know, blow for blow is PGO.